Hello. As promised, this is the demo of the Triforce Mario Kart card emulator. It's all been finished now. It's got card printing in the web interface, and also camera support as well. So the camera support is based on an article that was written on the Arcade Projects forum, again by Winch was Coming, who was responsible for the original card emulation scripts. And what he did was he did a bit of kind of reverse engineering, I guess, on the original Namco hardware that was installed in the machines, and the IP cameras that they used. And they are, just basically a network camera with a specific IP address. It was a specific IP address depending on what cabinet ID you've got. So you could link cabs together, and each one would have a particular identifier, and that identifier then would have an IP address that gets assigned to the sort of IP camera board, and that then connects back into the Triforce via a network connection. And what he managed to do was he found some software for the Raspberry Pi, which is MJPEG streamer software. And what this does is basically there we go. Hey, you can see me. So what I've got is a Logitech. It's called a C270 webcam. It's just like a normal standard kind of office type webcam. These go really cheap on eBay now because they're quite old, I suppose. They're kind of old tech. 720p is not exactly cutting edge, but it's perfect for this because the IP cameras that they used in the machines only used a 320 by 240 image, and that's all this does. So the software itself produces a stream, this is a bit weird. This is like might open a hole in time here. Dangerous. So there we go. So that's me. There's a stream, and it also generates a single image. So then what I did was, because it creates it on this port 8080, so what I did, I created a little reverse proxy setup using the built-in web server, which then creates this individual little image here. And if you press F5, it just updates that image. You can see that. And that's basically what it does. So the machine polls this static image continuously. So, and you can see that in the actual game itself. So you can see there, that's just an image file there called, it's just img.jpg. And that's what the machine's looking for. So with that in place, and if I go into the WiPi Netbooter, you can see in the setup, I've had to change the IP setup slightly, just so it uses the specific IP ranges that the original game did. So you have like a network configuration. There we go, under wired IP. So I'm on, sorry, with the camera, on 192.168.29.104, which is the IP designation for the player one cab camera. And when the game actually boots, it does change the IP address of the netdim. So I've got a Type 1 Triforce there. I'm running the modified image that was done by Bobby Dilly, same guy behind OpenJVS. And I've got a bunch of USB stuff plugged in. So I've got the controller, which is used for with OpenJVS. I've got my card reader, which is NFC support, so I can write game saves and load game saves to and from the memory cards, which are these things here, which I've shown in a previous video. That's all working now. What else? And then obviously plugged in, I've got the camera. So actually I've got all the sockets are full there now. That's the IP camera. So got the game in attract mode. So what I'll do, go back to game list. Right. So if I get my controller, insert a coin, you can actually see it working. So what I'll do is I'll get myself onto the card emulator screen as well. So sorry, so card reader emulator, and we go into Mario Kart. I've got a sample card there that I created yesterday. You can see there it's now printing. Oop. Yeah, it's now got the printing in the interface. It's set to auto mode, so all you got to do is literally send the game. It will automatically start the camera server and the card emulator software as well. So once you've got it all set up, it's just one-click run. So what I'll do is I'll insert a credit by pressing select on the controller. Do you have the Mario card? So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to insert that card. So I'm going to click on there. So if I click on there, go back to the main screen. There we go. You can see there, Louis. It's pretty much a brand new card. So now it says take your picture in solo play. It says no at the moment, so I'm going to say yes. I'll press start, and then it should give me a little. There we go, and there I am. My nose lined up with the thing of the jiggy. Oh, 3, 2, 1. No, yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, let's start Grand Prix. Yep. I haven't got to play through a full game. Dear me. Yeah, I'm going to play through a full game. You can see it's all working. And on the end of the end, when you finish your game, it'll writes the save file back. It reprints your card in the interface. If you're using NFC, just leave a blank card on there. If it's a new card that you've purchased, you just leave a blank card on the NFC reader. As long as you formatted it in the interface first, it'll just write that back, and you can take that card away and then use it on another setup, or you can also transfer an existing save file. So if you've got files already on your Pi and you're looking to add NFC support, you can do it via card management. So you can go into here, you go to, where are we set up? Card data management, and go into Mario Kart, and then you've got that card there. So you would just do NFC copy. You put a card in the reader, and it would copy the save file and the print data onto the card. It's as simple as that. So yeah, so Mario Kart is sort of fully functional. Everything's working end to end. Yeah, with the added benefit of NFC as well. So that's it for this video. Next, I'm going to do probably a video on the initial D8 work I've been doing, which has been coming on really nicely. All right, thanks very much. Bye bye.